Alright, here we are again. Had an interruptive call while I used my phone to do the video. So as I was saying, the bathroom, I just had tile glued to the walls. We ripped it out. We're going to get these walls fixed up, texture them, paint the room. We will be pulling this plumbing valve out and bleaching this tub to make it look nice. We're going to change the tub drain. Found some problem downstairs where this closet flange pipe is leaking. So we're going to be rebuilding the main stack downstairs for the drain system to the house. Replacing a recessed vanity mirror. Medicine cabinet type. Anyway, 21-inch base. Tile the floor. Bathroom tile. This hall will be tiled that ties into it. Then we'll go into the kitchen and tile into here too, where they also did VCT. Anyway, there's one more bedroom here. It's got hardwood. We're going to re-clear coat this to screen it and clear coat it. There's the back side of the wall that I told you was knocked out. It's actually a load-bearing wall, so it was kind of crazy how they did it, but we got that all fixed up so we can put it back together and it be structurally sound. Got the double header plate shot into the studs, so it ought to be considerably stronger than what it was. Wallpaper everywhere. We're going to get these walls patched up and texture this room too. Try to hide most of the ugly. We've already done butterfly brush texture on all the ceilings except for where there's the acoustical ceiling tile, which we're just going to paint over because nobody wants to pay to remove that. This was a living room storage closet when they had the hole in the wall. We took out all the shelves. We're going to replace them with a 12-inch shelf and a hanger rod for the bedroom. Hang a door in this open doorway here where they've removed it. So on and so forth. Then you go into the kitchen. You can see those bathroom walls again. The kitchen and the bathroom and the laundry area downstairs are the same way with a whole bunch of laminate. Wainscots and floor and cove base and yada yada. We've cut this wall open so we could run electrical. We're going to end up cutting out that drain stack right there all the way to the floor in the basement, replacing all that plumbing with PEX. We've wired with some 12-2 Romex for the outlets here on the kitchen counter. Pulled some wiring here. There's a junction box there where they tied to the 240 that used to go to a stove and ran some 12-2 wire down to operate a dryer in the basement. The 12-2 is highly inadequate for operating a dryer, so we're going to kill that now. I've talked them into doing that right, so we're going to run a new lead like we did over here for the stove. Stove used to be here. They ran that gas line because they stole that power for the dryer, but we're going to end up killing that gas line, getting it out of the floor, resheeting this spot here. There used to be an elevated platform that they had the stove and fridge on. I don't know why they elevated it, but anyway. So it'll get a new 240 stove plug. We're going to leave that one even though it'll be behind the stove just because, like I said, nobody wants to pay for everything. So we kind of dance around what we have to and do right what we have to make things we touch viable and safe. So we got rid of all the wainscots, textured the walls in here. Did the butterfly brush texture on the ceiling. We're going to replace all the ceiling lights, paint the door, replace the blinds, all the switches, all outlets will be new for up this floor. And then we'll be tiling the kitchen, which the kitchen floor, almost dropped my dang phone. The kitchen floor, the hallway, and the bathroom were all tied together. I found a pretty decent 12x24 material that we'll use to kind of modernize the look a little bit. Then the holy cowness of it all is this basement, which is wow. That's all I can say. The word is wow. Somebody liked acoustical tile and VCT, I'll tell you that, because they put it everywhere. So the whole wall, the hallway, the stairwell is just covered in acoustical ceiling. We're just going to clean it and paint it, maybe caulk some of the 90s so it don't look so shabby. Then we'll be reinstalling a handrail on these extremely steep steps that nobody wants to rework to make functional. Anyway, so you get down here into the basement. These walls are all framed out of this 1x material that isn't very structurally sound or integrable. Here's our water main. We're just going to leave that the way it is, but we've tore these walls out because, as you can see, there's been a ton of water damage over the years. Some crazy Mickey Mouse plumbing that they had running through here. You can see down here this pipe that's cut into the so-called curb of the shower. They had a sump pump here because they had problems with the basement flooding, so we've gotten rid of that. They did some crazy drain tie-in, which the lighting's not the best down here, but you know, we tore out some glue down carpet and they had in here, and a bunch of really shoddily poured concrete that they buried this drain in, buried that clean out. And there's this crazy trail here with the pipes just barely under the top of the concrete, so I imagine that's why they floated the floor up with 2 inches of concrete to try to cover all that. This shower, they had the sump pump, the washer, the laundry sink, everything just running into it. You can see how it's all black and disgusting. Nobody ever cleaned it. It was gross. And what this actually is the hole under the back porch. I guess they thought this was a good use of the space. Might as well get a shower into the basement, and they decided to put it under the porch. Not exactly where I would have put it, but the property owner now wants to keep it and see if we can help revitalize it as a shower. So there's going to be a lot of change work in there to try to use that space. Anyway, they got this pipe stumped out of the dang concrete that used to go up into a 36-inch vanity. The wall was framed around this septic stack here, the drain stack, which has more holes than you can shake a stick at. As you can see, they're pretty corroded and weeping out and just leaking everywhere. Another hole there, a little hole there, this hole. This is the closet flange from underneath the upstairs bathroom floor. We're going to get rid of a lot of this galvanized pipe and rework all this. Replace this the tub drain to the bathroom upstairs. We're going to rework that. We've already made some cuts to kill some of this galvy and convert it to PEX where we can. So this whole entire bathroom down here will be brand new. We're going to tile the floor, paint the walls, install a new toilet, replace that closet flange, chunk out all this concrete, rebuild that plumbing the right way, and then we'll post more video. There is another bedroom down here that's just really going to get painted and carpeted, a new baseboard. Pretty old school, not very pretty. This is where another one of our doors is going to go. Storage area, utility, all that stuff's just going to be painted. We're going to epoxy coat this floor in the utility space. New washer hookups, new laundry sink, new dryer plug. There's the old crazy breaker with the 12-2 wiring, which is creepy dangerous. Then this is the basement living room. We're just going to paint this up, see if we can clean up that paneling a little bit, put some fluorescent 4-foot tube fixtures in here to light it up a little better, and recarpet it. All in all, it's not bad space-wise, but it sure could use the updating, so more video later.